Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. We are from Group 4, and in this video, we will present the material about reading reports and proposal. The order of presenters in this video is as follows. The first presenter is myself, Anindya Frislehanu. The second presenter is Sapnawati, and the third presenter is Hasrianti. The fourth presenter is Trilestari. The fifth presenter is Andriani, and the last presenter will be myself again, Anda Fursilahanam. Well, let us begin this presentation. Hello guys, my name is Ananda Fursilahanam. Today I will explain about report text. So, what is a report text and what is its purpose? A report text is a text or document that presents information in a factual and objective without personal opinions way about a subject and event or an investigation. The purpose of a report text is to deliver the results of observation or research so that readers can understand them jelas and accurate. Examples of report text usage. A report text can be used in many contexts, such as student activity reports, scientific reports, financial reports, investigation reports. Simple example, report text. The classroom has 30 chairs and one whiteboard. Not report text, but opinion. The classroom is really boring. The classroom is really boring. Characteristic of report text. Uh, the first objective, without opinions or personal feelings. And then factual, based on valid data or evidence. The next, systematic, arranged neatly on logical. And then akurat dan jelas, use clear language, menghindari ambiguitas. And then formal, use official or academic style. The next, wrong example, the classroom is super messy. It's so bad. That sounds more like a complaint, not a report. And then structure of report text. In general, the structure of a report text consists of the first title, the title or topic of the report, and the second abstract, executive summary, a short summary of the report, and the next, introduction, background, purpose, and scope. The next, methodology, how the data was collected or investigated. The next, results, the findings or collected data. And then discussion or analysis, explanation and interpretation of the result. And then conclusion, summary of the main findings. The next, recommendations, suggestions or follow-up actions. And then referency, list of source used. And the last, lampiran, attachments such as tables, chairs, or picture. So guys, the point is that a report text is not opinion, not personal feelings, but a report that is objective, factual, and systematic. When writing a report text, imagine yourself as a detective reporting the results of an investigation, not as a sports commentator full of opinions. Thank you, and saya serahkan kepada pemateri selanjutnya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sapnawati from class A. So, I will continue the material about tentang definisi dan tujuan teks proposal. Yang pertama itu teks proposal adalah dokumen yang menyajikan rencana atau saran untuk suatu proyek. penelitian atau inisiatif. Tujuannya adalah untuk meyakinkan pihak lain, misalnya sponsor, penyandang dana, atau pembimbing untuk menyetujui, mendukung, atau memberikan dana bagi gagasan yang diusulkan. Proposal berfokus pada apa yang akan dilakukan di masa mendatang. Eh, Nah, selanjutnya itu ciri-ciri teks proposal. Adapun ciri-ciri teks proposal itu ada 5. Yang pertama itu persuasif, yaitu mencoba meyakinkan pembaca. Nah, yang kedua itu berorientasi masa depan, menjelaskan rencana dan tindakan untuk masa depan. Dan yang ketiga itu spesifik, memberikan rincian yang jelas tentang tujuan, metode, dan anggaran. Eh, Dan yang keempat itu logis, argumen disusun secara struktur eh, untuk mendukung proposal. Dan yang kelima itu fokus pada solusi, yaitu menawarkan solusi untuk suatu masalah atau kebutuhan. Nah, selanjutnya itu ada struktur teks proposal, yang dimana struktur proposal biasanya meliputi yang pertama itu judul, nama proyek atau proposal. Nah, yang kedua itu latar belakang atau masalah, yaitu mengapa proyek ini penting atau masalah apa yang ingin dipecahkan. Nah, yang ketiga itu tujuan, hasil yang diharapkan untuk dicapai. Dan yang keempat itu metodologi. Metodologi itu bagaimana proyek akan dilaksanakan. Dan yang kelima itu anggaran, yang dimana itu rincian biaya yang dibutuhkan. Dan yang keenam itu jadwal, garis waktu untuk melaksanakan proyek. Dan yang ketujuh itu hasil yang diharapkan, yaitu manfaat atau dampak yang akan dihasilkan. Dan yang kelima penutup, yaitu ringkasan singkat dan ajakan untuk bertindak. Jadi itu saja yang dapat saya sampaikan.
Hi everyone, let me introduce myself. I am Hasrianti and today I will explain the difference between a report and proposal. First, let's look at what a report is. A report is a text that contains a collection of ideas or information about an important issue. A report usually explains something that has already happened in the past. Its purpose is only to give information without trying to make the reader make a decision. A report must also be based on objective facts, not personal opinions. For example, a report on an English language seminar. For instance, pada tanggal 1 September 2025, Himpunan Mahasiswa Bahasa Inggris mengadakan seminar di aula kampus. Seminar ini dihadiri oleh 150 peserta dari berbagai jurusan, dengan narasumber utama dosen dari Universitas Hasanuddin. Kegiatan berjalan lancar dan mendapat respon positif dari peserta. From this example, you can see that a report only contains factual information about what has already happened. Now, let's compare the two proposals. A proposal contains a plan for an activity that will be done in the future. The goal is to convince or influence the reader to approve a plan. Besides presenting facts, a proposal can also include the reader's personal opinions, as long as they are supported by objective data. Contoh proposal misalnya adalah rencana kegiatan English Debate Competition tahun 2025. Dalam proposal itu tertulis latar belakang kegiatan, tujuan yang ingin dicapai, rencana pelaksanaan, anggaran biaya, dan harapan dari kegiatan tersebut. So, a proposal doesn't just give information, it also tries to convince the reader to agree to the activity. In other words, simply put, a report is about the past, only gives information and is objective. And then a proposal is a plan for the future, aims to convince, and can contain opinions supported by facts. So that's the main difference between a report and a proposal, along with the examples. I hope this explanation is useful and helps you understand more.
In the next material, change in reading report and proposal. In the first, technical language. Report and proposal often use technical terms or jargon that may be unfamiliar to readers. Example, technical terms in significant or technological field that are not commonly used in everyday conversation. Pembaca dapat mencari definisi istilah teknis yang tidak familiar atau menggunakan glosarium yang disediakan dalam laporan. 2. Information display. Report and proposal are typical packed with data, number, and complex detail that require high concentration. Example, statistical tabs, graph, and diagram that create in-depth analysis to understanding their meaning. Pembaca yang membagi waktu membaca menjadi beberapa sesi untuk menghindari kelelahan dan meningkatkan konsentrasi. 3. Formal structure. The rich and formal structure can make reader feel burdened. Example, report that must follow a specific format such as introduction, methodology, threshold, and conclusion. Pembaca dapat memahami struktur laporan sebelum mulai membaca dan memudahkan navigasi dan pemahaman. And the last, connection between section. Understanding how each section shares a methodology and result and connects requires critical thinking. Example, understanding how research methodology use effect and result avoid. Pembaca dapat membuat catatan atau ringkasan tentang hubungan antara bagian-bagian laporan untuk memudahkan pemahaman.
Now I will explain the steps of reading a proposal. A benefits of mastering the skills to read reports and proposal. Mastering the skill is very important in both academic and professional life. Academic, it helps students understand other people's research, write scientific reports, and prepare thesis or dissertation proposal. The skill is fundamental for success in research or professional. It empowers individuals to make decisions based on data, evaluate the effectiveness of a project through reports, and convince supervisors or investors to support an idea through proposal. This is core skill in management, consulting, and business development. The last material is how to read reports and proposal effectively. To read and understand this text effectively, follow these steps. The first, skimming. Start by reading the title, abstract, and conclusion to get the general idea. The second, identify the purpose. Find out why the report was written or what is being proposed in the proposal. And then read actively. Highlight important points, write down questions, and make a summary for each section. And then focus on numbers and data. Pay attention to tables, diagram, and statistics. Ask yourself, what is the meaning of this data? And then evaluate credibility. In a report, check the data source and methodology in a proposal. Assess the kelayakan of the plan and budget. The next, connect the bagian. see how the introduction, methodology, and results are related to build a cohesive argument. If you have any question, guys, please ask in the WhatsApp group. Thank you for attention. If you have any question, guys, please ask in the WhatsApp group. Sekian dari kami. Thank you for attention, guys.